I'm going to share with you today the skill that has absolutely changed my life and has been way more valuable than creating content or getting a following or anything like that. And I share that because I don't have a following, but yet I've been able to create a pretty amazing life, create a really solid business that makes me a good amount of money, get in great shape, all these different things. All of it's happened through this one skill, not through marketing, through content, and all the other bullshit that everyone's talking about these days. Now, what is that one skill? It's very simple. It is talking to new people. And you're probably going to click away from this video now because you wanted some fancy magic answer, but you're not going to get it because the answer doesn't exist. And if you're a person who thinks that there is one little thing missing in your life and that's why you don't have what you want, you're sorely mistaken. Talking to new people has absolutely transformed my life. It is a real life skill that does not require you to have a following. It does not require you to be a special person. It doesn't require you to know people and have connections and things like that. It doesn't require anything. It requires just a little bit of balls and some practice, okay? And so I want to first share with you that I was not an extroverted person growing up. I was the classic introvert. In fact, I spoke with a girl who I went to school with a few years ago, and she told me that I was a recluse, to put it in perspective. I was not an extroverted person. I was not a person who would go up to people and talk to people. I didn't even barely have any friends. But here's the truth. Gaining this skill of being able to walk up to someone and say, "Hi there, what's your name?" has absolutely transformed my life. And I'll share with you how, right? So first off, it's created my entire business. The business that I have now, the fact that I'm able to make money remotely online. I live in Vietnam, make 5-10 times the amount of my living expenses right now, is because of that one skill. My fiance, I'm going to be marrying in the next year. I met her by going up to her in the gym and saying, "Hello," simple as that. All the friends that I have these days, all the same, all from the one skill of being able to say hi, right? And I'm oversimplifying this, but I just want you to understand that like this one thing might be more valuable than understanding the fucking algorithms on TikTok. And in fact, I guarantee you it is, because every person and their dog thinks that becoming a content creator is the way to get what they want. They think that if only I had a following, I could quit my job, my business would grow. Being able to just talk to people is going to be a more valuable skill than pretty much anything else you can learn. We're social creatures, and connection is literally everything. And so I developed this skill by, honestly, by a few things. But one, I had a mentor when I was young. I was in California. I moved to California, didn't know anybody. I was living in Los Angeles at 19 years old, running my own business, barely making enough money to survive. And I met this mysterious man who I won't be naming here, who essentially came on as a business partner and a mentor. And he was about double my age, and actually about triple. But something that he would do is he would talk to every single person we would come across. We're in an elevator, we're in a gas station, it doesn't matter. He's saying hi to the person near them, starting a conversation, learning about them, learning who they are, all that kind of stuff. Every single time he would do that. And when I was with him, we would be in these rich, fancy places and hotels and stuff, and he would make me talk to them. He'd be like, "Hey, go talk to that guy." No instruction. He would just, maybe give me an opening line, go say this to them. But he would just say, "Go talk to them. Go figure out who they are." And I did that a few times. And, coming from this kid who was literally like, I had a panic attack when I went to prom because there was too much people, too much stuff going on, right? To be able to go to talk to these rich guys sitting around, start conversations with them, it was pretty life-changing. That was kind of the start of it. Did that a few times, got a little bit of practice in, kind of get over that fear. I would say when this really came into effect was when I moved back from California to Kansas. COVID happened, and it kind of forced me to restart. Well, I went to a gym, and I made myself a challenge to essentially go up and talk to one new person every single day in the gym. And it didn't matter if they were male or female. I would do that every day. And within, a few months, I know everybody. I know hundreds of people in the gym because I'll meet one person, and then the next time I see them, I say hi. They introduce me to 2 or 3 of their friends, and it's just this spider web effect that would just, multiplicative effect where I started knowing everybody. And the gym went from this place where I was like, and I was really nervous too. I went to this gym and really nervous, really quiet. And it, like when I first went to the gym, by the way, I went at 3 a.m. so there'd be no one there. And then fast forward to this, I'm literally like that guy. Like I go to the gym, like I bring a friend or something, and then like every person that walks by, they're saying, "What's up?" Fist bump, whatever. Like every person knows me, and they're just like, "Damn!" Like my brother came and he's like, "Dude, everyone here knows you." That's also how I met my fiance. I was cold approaching women as well, just going up to them. I can make a whole video about that if you're curious about like how do you do that? Like what do you say? There's all these like stupid technical questions that you have. Majority of the answers is you're just overthinking it. You just need to start conversations. The first 10% of it is the weirdest part. First 5% just getting past the like literal first sentence or two, and then things just roll. But we can talk about that another time. And then fast forward to maybe about a year ago, I weaseled my way into an event of entrepreneurs when I was in Colombia, and I met some people and started some conversations, got into some dinners, met a few people. Then I got invited to a party, right? And at this party, I went up and I talked to every single person at the party, probably like 30, 40 people, and I met one of my clients. Well, at the time, just, random guy. I went up to him. I think I said some funny shit to him. He told me that he remembered it because I just stepped up to him and said something to him, right? And long story short, built a relationship. We started hanging out. I went to his house on New Year's, partied with him on New Year's, and he's now one of my biggest client and one of my good friends now. And that right there has absolutely changed my life. The people I've met through him and all these things. But the point being, there is no magic like formula of videos that you need to create in order to try to gain people's trust. If you want to gain people's trust, just go talk to people. Your entire life can be dictated on a single conversation. You have no idea what one conversation would do for your life. And so go have as many of them as you can. That's my message here. Literally, like if you want to take action on this, like use the gym or use somewhere you go a lot and just start talking to people. Just start talking to a new person every day. Your life will unravel so extremely quick. Everything in your life will change when you start just talking to people. Again, it's given me everything I have. Just a little bit of courage to go up and talk to people. Now, if you want my super autistic explanation as to what I would actually say, because it is something that I had to figure out, most of the time, leading with compliments. That's one of the easiest ways. Lead with a compliment, but real compliment. Like look at them, see something about them that you like, and actually say it. Don't make some bullshit up. It has to be genuine. I like your shoes. I like your hair. Whatever. Pick something. Compliments are a great way to start. Or question. Simple question. You're at the gym. Hey, can you show me how you do this exercise or something like that? Or when you really grow some nuts. This is when I knew that I had really gained some confidence in this. Is when you cut the bullshit and you walk up to him and you just say, "Hey, I've seen you around here. Just never said hi to you. How you doing? What's your name?" Not even try to feign some other intentions or things like that. Just start out the conversation. That's when you really know you got some nuts. Because some people ask me, "What do you say?" It's not that deep, dude. Nobody cares, to be honest. I'm serious. It's crazy because if you realize what I'm saying here, this is the simplest fucking thing you could ever possibly do. And it will radically transform your life. And you don't need to go buy a course. You don't need to go post 100 times on TikTok a day. You don't need to do anything. You literally just need to go talk to one person a day or whatever. It doesn't even matter how many. I'm just giving you examples. But the point is that your life will change when you get outside of your bubble. As simple as that. So let me know if you try this. Leave a comment. I'm really curious to hear what your experiences are of just talking to new people. So let me know. All right, that's it. Don't be a bitch.